Well, hello, thank you for joining me today again on the Church History Trail. You're very welcome to the programme. And we're continuing here at GLASNEVIN Cemetery, and we're now in the museum part. And it says here, GLASNEVIN culvert. Just zoom in like you see that. It says in the 1850s a system of culverts or drains was constructed under GLASNEVIN Cemetery to divert contaminated water into the sewerage system. And so now you can see the water there running. So this is what's known as the City of the Dead here. Just a wee warning, there's replica coffins and stuff that they show you here, so just in case you don't want to see that, and grave robbers as well. But it's very, very, very interesting, so hopefully you will enjoy it.
Similarly, behind the histories are world wars and struggles for independence, while innumerable stories of personal courage and
So here is erected by Michael Carey of Francis Street in memory of his beloved child Michael. He was the first ever interred in this cemetery. Also his beloved wife Bridget, who departed this life 17th of March 1845, aged 41 years. And of course I done his grave. The wee boy, he was the first who was buried here, and there was a replica gates beside the grave, so there was. Not sure if they're the original gates or not, but it says here, Grave Matters. First burial on the 22nd of February 1832, Michael Carey, an 11-year-old boy from Francis Street in Dublin, was the first person to be buried in Prospect Cemetery, GLASNEVIN, Ireland's first non-denominational burial ground. Since then, more than 1 million people have joined him within the walls of this great city of the dead, which covers over 124 acres. So that's either the real gates or a replica of the real gates, and that's a replica of the headstone. So here we can see the men digging. This is the grave diggers. So it is. Hard at it. So it says, grave diggers. When GLASNEVIN Cemetery opened in February 1832, 10 workmen were employed for maintenance and grave digging. Graves would be hand dug using long-handled shovels and spades with 18-inch blades. The first machines were introduced into GLASNEVIN for grave digging in the early 1970s. The majority of modern graves are dug using machinery, but shovels and spades are still used when required. So there you go. And then this is the body snatchers. So this says, body snatching. At the turn of the 19th century, there was a great demand for corpses from the emerging medical schools. A group of ingenious individuals saw an opportunity and began to steal recently buried bodies. They developed a method for removing a corpse without disturbing the grave by digging a narrow angle tunnel behind the grave, breaking through the top of the coffin, inserting a hook or rope and pulling the body out. Sounds very gruesome, doesn't it? But there you can see them in operation. That's the grave digger, or the grave robber. And he's pulling that gentleman out of the coffin. So he is. Things are done back in the day. As you can see, body snatchers. So he certainly is a body snatcher. There's no doubt about that. And then this is the spread of diseases. And it says, this is a cross section of a culvert or drain in GLASNEVIN Cemetery. By the early 1950s, medical science began to recognise the connection between the spread of disease and contaminated water. Authorities at GLASNEVIN realised that as the bodies were decaying, the resulting fluid was seeping into the water table. A drainage system was constructed under the cemetery which diverted the water into Dublin's sewage system. And then here's the coffins.
It also adopted a simple but highly effective way of locating thousands of graves in the cemetery. In order to effectively manage the burial space here in Glasnevin and also reflecting the Victorians' love of
As you can see,
the cemetery administrators began to keep a burial register. And this register contains a huge amount of information that's valuable for anybody trying to find information about family members. So age, name, place of death, name, last known residence, but also cause of death and occupation. All recorded in the burial register.
so there you go, folks. So thanks for watching, and God bless.